Hello and welcome to Croatia. My name is Felipe. I'm an avid traveler, cyclist, and social skills coach. In this video, we will be visiting some of the top destinations in Croatia. Now, if you're new to this channel, please feel free to subscribe for more videos. Croatia is one of the most famous and known European countries, and it's extremely safe for travelers in terms of violent crime, which is extremely rare in the country. Now, most tourists and visitors go to the coastal cities of Dubrovnik and Split. And in this video, I will be taking you there as well as to national parks and showing you some really cool facts and recommendations for your next trip there. The population of Croatia is roughly 4 million people, and its currency is the kuna, which is about 14 US cents to the dollar. So when is the best time to visit Croatia? Now, the best time to visit Croatia is during the summer months from June to September if you're visiting the coastal cities. Now, if you're visiting Zagreb, which is a capital city, then you want to go in the winter time. The reason you want to go to Zagreb in the winter is because of their Christmas celebrations, and also in the summer, there's almost no people there. Everyone goes to the coastal cities to enjoy the beautiful weather and the beautiful beaches. English in Croatia is a highly common spoken language. In fact, polls show that 65% of the population speaks English as a foreign language, with 80% of the population being bilingual in general. This means that at least 1 out of every 2 people you meet in Croatia is likely to speak English or more. Now let's go on and visit Dubrovnik. This is, of course, one of the cities where Game of Thrones was filmed, and Dubrovnik is a city in southern Croatia fronting the Adriatic Sea. It's known for its distinctive old town encircled with massive stone walls completed in the 16th century. It is also very popular for its spectacular seafront location on the Dalmatian coast, coupled with its evocative and historic Old Town district. Dubrovnik is home to Croatia's artistic and intellectual elite and offers numerous cultural activities and festivals. In fact, Dubrovnik has a temperate climate with a warm, dry summer and cooler winters. The best time to visit Dubrovnik is between June and August. The hottest month of the year is July, with an average daily maximum of 31 degrees Celsius and an average low of 23 degrees Celsius. So choosing somewhere to stay in Dubrovnik is one of the areas that people would consider the most expensive in Croatia. And personally, I did, so did my family. We found it to be much more expensive than, for example, Zagreb or other cities that we visited. Now, in my opinion, it is worth visiting, but you only want to be there for 2 or 3 days maximum. A weekend is what I'm saying. And as I mentioned, the coastal city of Dubrovnik has been one of Game of Thrones' most prominent filming locations, mostly for the exteriors of Westeros' capital city, King's Landing, and many other famous scenes in the show. Now let's talk about prices. Prices in Dubrovnik are again higher than they would be in the rest of the country, but by no means a match to the rest of Western Europe or to the US. Hotel, hostel, they range anywhere from 39 or 40 US dollars all the way to $500 per night. A meal for 2 people at a mid-range restaurant, 3-course meal, would be about $50 or $60 for 2 people. Now, one of my favorite things to drink there is simply coffee. So a cappuccino, a regular cappuccino, is about $2. And it is incredible. Some of the best coffee I've had in the world, for me, in my opinion, has been here in Croatia. And it's not very expensive. Top things to do in Dubrovnik. Well, just walk around. In fact, Dubrovnik has an incredible free walking tour. We went on this and we had a ton of fun. Frankly, I recommend exploring any new city with a walking tour first, so that you can get a clear view of the land, if you will, restaurants, bars, etc., recommendations. So yeah, they give you so much information on the town. They uncover like 1400 years of history layered within Dubrovnik's old town on this tour. But a guy's expert commentary really helps you appreciate the landmarks that you see throughout this incredible city and its history. So again, you're learning about the history, you're learning about the churches, monasteries, fountains, statues, all kinds of crazy stuff. So walk along the inside of the ancient walls and just learn about all of this. And again, it's a great orientation for first-time visitors that want to see what are the best spots to check out after the walking tour, while they're there for their 2 or 3 days, what restaurants to see, what bars to see, and so on and so on. Now, another thing that you can do is walk through the city walls of the medieval city. And it's one of the most recognizable features there. Now, the walls run around the medieval city for a grand total of approximately 1950 meters. With many forts and many different things to see. You also have great views around the wall. It is about 1.5 hours to 2 hours time that it will take you to walk around the whole. Now, the next thing that you might want to check out is the cable car. The cable car takes you all the way to the top of the mountain there, which offers a tremendous view of Dubrovnik and the coast. Fare is not too expensive. It is about $25 more or less. It will take you a few minutes to reach the top, and the view is, again, incredibly amazing. You will see distant islands as well as the Montenegro coast. You can also hike up, which has an amazing view at each state of the hike. We hiked and we freaking loved it. Now, the next thing I recommend doing is doing a boat tour, and we visited 3 different islands and they were incredible. I want to say, the tour was about $45. It's best value that we had in Dubrovnik out of everything that we purchased there. It's really a great opportunity to escape the crowds of Dubrovnik's busy streets and spend a day relaxing on the sea or on a boat and having some drinks, having some food. This cruise not only explores the picturesque network of islands, but it's a time to relax at each one of the islands and relax on the boat, and like I said, just hang out. It's all inclusive. It's perfect for those who want a worry-free day adventure at a low cost, and especially for families or couples that want to just hang out and do something that's already taken care of and you're not going to break the bank. The final thing I want to recommend is diving. I am not a diver, but my girlfriend is, and she really enjoyed it. She did some diving here in Dubrovnik and also in Split, which I will talk about in a minute. But underwater adventure and that sort of thing with a very safe and trustworthy environment is what it's all about here in Dubrovnik. So you can see some just amazing underwater views, wrecked ships, and all kinds of different sea life. So if you're up for that, that is about $65 to $90, I believe, for 2 dives. And it's great adventure if you're into that sort of thing. Now, not too far from Dubrovnik is Split. Split is the second largest city of Croatia, the largest city in Dalmatia and the largest city in the Croatian coast. It lies on the eastern shore of the Adriatic Sea and is spread over a central peninsula and its surroundings. Personally, we enjoy Split way more than Dubrovnik, but again, it's our personal preference. I feel like you can spend more days there because it has more of a character, more of a local substance, if you want to call it that. I'm not sure what else I would call it, but it is also cheaper than Dubrovnik. Many number of ways to travel from Dubrovnik to Split. It's about 143 miles or 230 kilometers between those 2 cities. And so one option is by plane, of course, and of course another option is car or bus. Bus being the cheapest, but not the fastest, of course. For me personally, I love to bike ride. So I went and really just rented a bike for a few days. I went around the city. There's some really nice parks there. Some really nice trails for cycling, for running, and that sort of thing. Even more than Dubrovnik, to be honest. But the other thing we did get to check out, and that you really want to go and visit, no matter what time of the year you're there, is visit the national parks. So Croatia is full of natural wonders. Almost 10% of Croatia is made up of 11 natural parks. 8 national parks and 2 nature reserves. One of the most famous ones being Pilvici Lakes National Park. Did I pronounce it correctly? I have no clue. And Pilvici Lakes is really incredible. It's a national park with about 295 square meters of forest reserve in central Croatia. It's known for a chain of 16 lakes joined by waterfalls that extend into Limestone Canyon, and walkways and hiking trails with around and across the water, which just makes it so cool. You're like in some sort of a crazy fairy tale that you're walking through. It was even more of fairy tale look or feel to it, because we went there rather, I should say, and walking while it was raining. It was kind of misty, mystical, and rainy and all that kind of stuff, which made it even more enjoyable to us. The fee to get in, it varies, but in general, it's anywhere from 15 to about 25, 44. There's different reports online depending on the season. So check it out online for really accurate pricing. If you like this video, give it a like and subscribe, and check out some of my other videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.